So welcome back. I made a couple of mistakes in the last video that I want to go ahead and clear up now. One was that the last command that I had typed into SQL was this one. And I did that to just check some information, but then I lost track of what I was doing and tried to copy this information into the conversion document into this convert SQL to RM15. So I tried to do that. And of course I was starting to have some problems, but that was only part of the problem. There was also an issue with the macro that I had originally created, and I had to do some tweaking to that. And I'll provide an updated version of this. So what I should have done at the tail end of the last video was deleted that, run the third script again, then Control-A and Control-C for all of that information, and then I should have imported that all cleanly into this convert SQL to RM15 version 3. The new macro should work appropriately, and we have 425 players. So what it did is it ranked every player by the number of starts they had, the number of subs, times they appeared, the number of times they were subbed in or subbed out, the number of times they were on the bench, their goals, etc. And it tried to discern which team duplicates played more for. Basically, if they happen to play more for one team than the other one, then I'm just going to decide on this end that they'll play for that team, at least in the first version of the patch. The community can help sort out all of the very many transfers, especially since this data is particularly bad for Egypt. So anyway, now that we have the new macro working, I believe it will actually handle duplicates all for you. And so it got us down to 426. You'll notice that there is one problem. At least one team only has 9 players. Since I'm just using this as an example, and it was actually probably a poor example to choose because there have been so many problems with the Egyptian League over the years, I'm just going to ignore that for now, but you would probably have to go in and at least put some of those players in by hand that play for Zamalek. I think most of the other teams are okay, but nevertheless, that corrects some of the mistakes. It gets the data imported into this format here. And then the next thing that you need to do is really quite simple. You start to format the teams for for import into Roster Maker 15. So what I like to do is go team by team. I'll start with Al Ali, and I will get all the players for that team. There's 24 of them, and I copy over to the second position tab column. Go to the second tab and import them into here, and then it will format everything for you over here. Now if you want to use my ranking system, then you'll have to fill in this data consistent with the rating system that I created. You actually input data in here, and then the rest of it's either already provided or calculated for you. If you don't want to use my ranking system, then just put the values that you want for the overalls for each player in this column. Once you do that, you can just copy all of this over into Roster Maker 15 and make any final little tweaks, and then go ahead and import it. I will go through the motion of doing that in the next video, but I do care about my ranking system, so I am going to go ahead and calculate these very quickly while I'm not showing you a video, and I will be back with you very shortly to show you the rest of the process.